Ooh, there's something at the door. The doorbell just rang. I like packages. I like surprises. Let's go see what it is.
Oh, big box. Oh, man.
What have they sent me? I love JLT. Let's go see what this thing is. Oh, I can't wait. I'm a huge JLT fan. They make awesome stuff, and their customer service is just excellent. Oh man, what is this? Well, that says filter on it, so this must be, yep. Oh, wow. It's an air intake. Ah! It's an oil separator. Check that out. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys are so awesome. So this is really exciting because if you guys don't know already, JLT is probably my biggest, well they are my biggest sponsor for the channel. These guys are incredible to deal with. Thank you so much for sending me this stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and throw it in the car. I'm gonna walk you step by step how to install all of this. So now of course I had to go change shirts, so we got the JLT merchandise here. Awesome. So we're wearing the right clothing now so we can attack this thing with some JLT goodness. Alright. Let's take a peek inside, see what we got. So they're all tracking that I have a Hellcat now. And they sell, you know, it's not just Mustang stuff, but they sell, you know, Dodge stuff too, and some GM products as well. So definitely go check them out. And I do have in the description discount codes for you guys. They've been there for a hot minute. Hopefully you guys are using them, but go definitely check them out. They got some cool stuff. Awesome guys. I can't speak highly enough of them. So right now we are unboxing or undoing the air intake. Oh. Check this out. Check that out. It is Torred. However you say that for this color. Oh man, it matches really well. Check this out. Let's look at that. That is a very close match right there. This is going to look awesome. Let's go ahead and set this bad boy to the side so we don't kick it around. So in your box, you're also going to come with, it's also going to come with a bunch of new hardware. So we got our couplers there, and you know, this is their attention to detail. You know, JLT, not just stuck on there, but it's pretty much molded in there just like that. Awesome stuff. And we have a bunch of hardware here. Looks like this is for the mass airflow. And yeah, I'll have to read the instructions how to do this. It's a little bit different than a Mustang, and you know, if it was a Mustang I would just throw it on here, but I don't know what I'm doing, so we're gonna do this properly. That way you guys can share in this experience and you'll know how to install one of these for your own cars. So we got our instructions, stickers, this is probably part of the heat shield, I believe it is. It's soft and it's pretty thick. Look at that. And back is adhesive. And then we also have, that's cool. So this is their clear, it's not clear now because we haven't taken this stuff off, but it's clear rain guard for your vents. And it's cool because it comes with a, this is for the Charger. And this one is the one that we're going to use for my Challenger. So it gives you both. Alright, so one of the coolest things about JLT intakes for these cars is, especially when you compare it to, like, you know, the LMI intakes, which are, I hear, supposed to be the loudest as far as blower whine, and then you have the B Woody, which has good volume as well. But none of them come with one of these. This is a giant heat shield. So the other companies, I haven't seen them, you know, in person, but from what I can tell, they don't really come with a lot of, you know, heat shielding with their intakes. And this thing's completely blocked off, so it'll sit right through here, and you can still pump your air in here, just like factory, okay? And these things are very hot cars anyway, so awesome. All right, get off plastic. Look at that filter. So it's concaved in there, so you can get air. It's not just, you know, one piece, or a closed off rather. And then that's a big, big filter. All right, let the mods begin. Let's go ahead and put this thing in the car. All right, so definitely gonna need some screwdrivers. I got a Phillips on a flathead here, and I have a 5/16 little socket here, and I'm gonna start with some of this, but pretty much you can take everything here loose. Don't lose nothing. Those original screws don't just stay in there, so don't drop them into your engine bay. Oh shit! I dropped one. So go ahead and start taking these things loose. Alright, then you got two, use your flathead, you got two of these clamps to loosen up here. And then you've got this thing right here. So this guy here is a T20 Torx bit. I don't know if you guys noticed, but everything is always a T20. It just always is. But you will need a T20 to take this out. Now let's try not to drop these again. There we go. Set that to the side. There we go. So when I pulled this out, this white portion was facing towards me, towards the front of the car. So just have to remember that. And then we should be able to take this out. Just like that. And unhook this hose here. By squeezing, there's two little squeeze tabs. You squeeze it and it pulls off. It's your stock filter. It's still pretty good. I'll never use it again. So in here, let me show you. Alright, so you got to get this box out. The way you do that is, you basically, it's got little tabs here, and you're going to push them. There's 4 of them, just like that. Just push it on through, and this should come out like that. And you may or may not have to take this guy loose. There's 2 screws here, and just move it back. I didn't need to, obviously, so we're just going to continue on. And I found my screw. And I believe you have to take this thing out too, but stick your finger, there's a little hole down here, and it will just come out like that. Pretty simple. Alright, so you get your box, and I'm going to try to see if it'll squeeze in place without moving that coolant tank. And it will. Okay. Then you just line everything up. Alright, so once you have your box in and it's pretty snug, you take the 10mm bolt that was securing right here your old box, and you're going to put it right back into position. Alright, get that nice and tight. Next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your alcohol pad, and down here inside there is this rectangle hole where the air comes through. You're going to clean this entire area with that alcohol pad, and then you're going to take your air pipe, alright, and then you're going to come through just like this, and there's nothing to secure it, so that's where this piece comes in. So there's a high and a low side. So this circle is more towards the bottom, and that's the way that you're going to install it. So you'll peel off this tape, the sticky back tape, and then you'll come across, I know it's kind of hard to tell, but you're going to secure it in here like this so that nozzle, this pipe, doesn't move around. It also acts as an insulator, which is good. Alright, so we're going to peel this off here. Set it to the side. Take your inlet hose, put it back in place like that. I'm going to put this on. Get it all lined up. Like that. So if you do this properly, guys, it's going to be pretty secure. This thing is not going anywhere. So you can kind of see down in there how that looks. Alright, what you'll do now is put this piece back on the car. And it just pops back in like that. Next thing you want to do is find your mass airflow. Looks like that. And then you're going to round it through inside of this hole. So now, since you just don't have a hole here, you have your rubber grommet here and it's split. You're going to wrap it around the cord, and then you're going to work it into this whole area here. Just like that. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to do is handle your mass airflow sensor assembly onto the tube itself. And this kit is going to come with your regular mass airflow sensor if you have a 1516, and it has a rubber back sealant piece here. Now this is important. There's a dimple on this piece of hardware here, and that is going to go towards the throttle body. And if you have a 17 and up car, it's going to come with an inlet air temperature sensor here. So it's completely different, but they will still all work on your pipe. Alright, so the way this works is you put your rubber weather sealant gasket down, find your dimple, lay it down, needs to be towards the throttle body, and then you take your supplied screws that it came with, and you're just going to put that into the tube. Alright, I don't trust myself not to scratch this. This is such a beautiful piece. I'll just do that. And I'm just going to get them started, and then I will come back and finish them up and tighten. Alright, now you're going to take your rubber pieces and put them on. It's important to note here, guys, you do not want to rush any of this, especially if you have something that's painted like that. You don't want it to be scratched up, you know, before you even get it on the car. So just take your time, do it right. This is going to go right down in like this. Alright, so once you have this in place, go ahead and take your flyhead, and then you can start tightening these up on the throttle body. Then make sure that you put your mass airflow sensor back in here and secure it down.
Next thing we're going to do is put the air filter right down here.
So this should go on. It's a tight fit. You will secure it in place. Alright, we're about there. So you'll take this piece off of your original stock air box and you're going to shove it down into your new pipe. Put your hose back on, like that. Make sure everything is connected like it's supposed to be. So you're good to go there. Okay, so next we have our rain guard there. And you're going to need a 10mm socket and wrench here. So you have 2 bolts on the Challenger. Last step is your rain shield. So you're going to take this protective layer off on both sides. You may need to remove this and then put it back if you need to, but this is essentially going to go up inside all the way, and then these tabs will go in between the heat shield and the hood as well. And there will be a little space where heat can still come out through the sides, but it's going to keep the weather from coming inside. So any rain, snow, anything like that, so it doesn't get on your filter. Alright, so as usual, somebody's cutting the grass, but once you have it all installed, this is how it's going to look. And heat can still come out through there. Right, there's a little bitty opening, so you should be good to go. And that's pretty much all there is to it, guys. It's pretty simple. Alright guys, that wraps up this video. Simple install, very easy to do. You could probably get it done in about 20 minutes. And I can tell you, I don't know if the camera just picked up that revving after I just installed it, but I did take it around the block to make sure that everything sealed up properly. And I will say that you have to slam the hood a little bit harder than usual because it's a tight fit. It does seal against the bottom of the hood. But the stripping around the box should give in over time as it breaks in. But I will tell you that this is probably not the loudest intake, but it is definitely very loud. So you're going to hear it all the time when you're on and off throttle. It sounds fantastic. I think it's an A+. I haven't heard the LMI in person, but so I've been told those things are like a 10 out of 10 for loudness, and the JLT is probably around an 8. And I'm okay with that because what you do gain with this system is your heat shield, and that is very important. This is also a no tune required intake, But, you know, like everything else, you're definitely going to see power gains, more power gains, if you tune for it. All right, so big thank you to JLT. Thank you so much for sending this stuff out to me. The intake looks beautiful, guys, and it functions very well. So over the course of the next week, I'm going to monitor my IATs and, you know, really give this intake, you know, the run through and come back, and we'll do a follow-on video, let you guys know what I truly think of it. But as of right now, I think it's awesome. I'm in love with it. So like always, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.